Who is Joyboy, who lived during the Void Century? This is the part 3 of our video series about the history of One Piece world. Part 1 and 2 are already uploaded on our channel, so I suggest you to check those out first. The links to those videos are in the comment section below. Anyway, in part 2 we talk about the domino effect of Luffy potentially destroying the Red Line, which would eventually destroy the Tree of Eve, and Madam Shyarly's prophecy that Luffy would destroy Fishman Island. In part 2 we also mentioned that the Sun God was the literal god of the ancient time in the One Piece world. Now the question arises, who exactly is Joyboy, who lived 900 years ago? Who was he? Was he a sun god or something else? So according to Dr. Vegapunk, Joyboy is said to be very first pirate in history. But how did Vegapunk conclude that Joyboy was the first pirate? Did Joyboy declare himself a pirate through Poneglyphs? What makes someone a pirate anyway? Do they need to be good at fighting? Do they have to do evil deeds? The answer is that to be considered a pirate, you must have a ship. If you are traveling without a ship, you are not a pirate. This might be Vegapunk's basis for claiming Joyboy as a first pirate in history, as Joyboy holds the record of owning the first ever ship in history, Noah. As stated, Noah was built during Void Century, which coincides with Joyboy's lifetime. Coincidentally, the name Noah is similar to the figure in Bible who built Noah's Ark. What if this scenario is similar to Bible's Noah? Noah built his ark to save his family and animals from the Great Flood, while Joyboy built the ship Noah to save people of the Ancient Kingdom and the Great Flood caused by the 20 Kingdoms. A similar event was shown during the Egghead arc when Imu-sama used one of the ancient weapons to erase the Lulusia Kingdom, causing a massive hole in the area, which eventually led to rising sea levels. According to Vegapunk, this had happened before. In fact, Vegapunk stated that originally the sea levels in One Piece world were much lower. The true world 800 years ago was submerged beneath the ocean, meaning the current map of One Piece world isn't accurate. It had more land mass and less ocean. Now back to the ship Noah, it makes sense that Joyboy had it built, not because it was a ship he wanted to use for traveling, but to save people from an impending great flood. Based on the backstories we have seen, Joyboy seems to be just like Luffy, a normal person. So it doesn't make sense for him to build a ship as large as Fishman Island just for traveling. The ship Noah wasn't meant for the fishmen. It was truly for humans to save them from the coming Great Flood. Speaking of the Great Flood, could this have been the reason for Ancient Kingdom's defeat 800 years ago? Because of Vegapunk's claim that the Great Flood happened during Void Century, we assume that Joyboy failed to save the world. This is evident because the ship Noah was hidden and left under the fishmen' care. Wano also built borders to protect itself, originally located at a lower level, while some countries elevated their location to prevent such disaster. Joyboy also spread Poneglyphs to ensure that what happened to them during 800 years ago wouldn't be erased by world government. This makes us wonder if the reason the Celestial Dragon despised the fishmen is because they didn't perish in the Great Flood. The fishmen could breathe underwater, so they automatically survived. Since they couldn't erase the fishmen with Great Flood, they now take revenge by enslaving them and spreading hatred towards their race. Now let's talk about Roger. Since he reached the Laugh Tale, he undoubtedly learned the full history of the world, including the sinking of the world 800 years ago and the potential future sinking due to the Great Flood. Despite knowing the world government's evil deeds, he took no action during his era because he lacked the means to defend the world. Much like Joyboy, who also failed to save people from the Great Flood. That's why Roger orchestrated the future to ensure that the next Joyboy would become a pirate. Before he died, he talked to Whitebeard about this, and as he surrendered to the Marines, urged people to sail and find the One Piece treasure. Why did he do this? To ensure that the future Joyboy who was yet to be born would have the eagerness to become a pirate, just like Joyboy, so that they could learn the truth about the Void Century. Whitebeard, his friend, did the same before his death. He encouraged the world to find the One Piece treasure, even though he had no idea who the new Joy would be at that time. Surely he thought it was Ace, because Ace was Roger's son, but he made sure that his fight was for this Joyboy. As Riley said, once the Straw Hat Pirate reached Laugh Tale, they might take different action than Roger's crew when they learn the truth. This will undoubtedly happen, because unlike the Riley's era where they lack the power to fight world government, the Joyboy of new generation won't let the event of 800 years ago repeat. This time he will make sure that Imu-sama is defeated. Well, the video ends here, but I like to know your opinion, so make sure to let me know in the comments. If you enjoy the video, do give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. We will meet again with another amazing video. Until then, goodbye.